Cliff Edwards, The Jazz Show with Jamie Cullum on the way next for you tonight. Have a wonderful time. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 9 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. Merseyside police have named the 9-year-old girl who was shot dead in her home last night as Olivia Pratt-Corbell. She was killed after a man forced his way into the family house in the Dovecot area of Liverpool. He was being chased by a gunman who fired indiscriminately into the house. It's the third fatal shooting in the city in a week. Emily Spurrell is Merseyside's Police and Crime Commissioner. She says police have been working to reduce violent crime in the area.
I think this is why, these incidents, particularly this spate in the last week, are just so heartbreaking, because there has been a real, positive move away from guns being shot on our streets. And unfortunately, we've had 3 in as many days and these disastrous consequences. So clearly there is still more work we need to do.
A student nurse at the centre of a huge missing persons investigation has been found safe and well. The family of Awami Davis from Essex reported her disappearance 7 weeks ago. Scotland Yard and Essex Police are to review their handling of the case. Catherine Da Costa reports.
For nearly 2 months, despite numerous appeals for information and 5 arrests, officers struggled to locate the 24-year-old student nurse. Detectives trawled through thousands of hours of CCTV footage and received over 100 sightings across the UK. And today they announced the outcome they'd been hoping for. Following a tip-off from a member of the public, detectives said Awami Davis had been found in Hampshire in good health and not in the vulnerable state they'd been led to believe she was in when she disappeared. Those leading in the investigation said they were ecstatic and were very pleased for her family.
The boss of one of the UK's largest energy providers has presented the government with a £100 billion plan to stave off increases to gas and electricity bills. The proposals involve the government giving loans to energy companies, allowing them to freeze bills for 2 years. Ministers have pledged to provide help with fuel bills from October. But Keith Anderson, the chief executive of Scottish Power, said much bigger, bolder steps were needed.
We need national action, and I think the best thing to do now is to freeze the price at its current level. All the cost above that would go into a fund, and we would then look at how does that fund get repaid over the next 15 to 20 years. The size and scale is that big and that massive, and I think that's the only way we can protect customers and help customers get through this winter.
Bin strikes across 13 more Scottish local authorities are to start tomorrow, despite a 5% payoff for being made. Rubbish has been piling up in Edinburgh, where hundreds of union members in the city's waste and recycling service walked out last week. A charity shop in Essex has said it was very surprised to find a hedgehog at the bottom of a donation bag. In a post on Facebook, the Farley Hospice shop asked for whoever accidentally donated the animal to make contact. A man responded to say he'd left the bag, but he didn't know a hedgehog was in it. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 9. Our next at 10.
BBC Radio 2.
This is Jamie Cullum.
Jamie Cullum. On BBC Radio 2.
Good evening, everybody. This is Jamie Cullum. Welcome to another hour of jazz right here on BBC Radio 2. I'm coming to you from my current travels at the moment. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. You are going to love the music I've got lined up for you tonight. I've got music from Alice Coltrane, Lester Young and Azimuth, a total jazz dance classic, plus new tracks from Run Logan Run and South African band The Brother Moves On. That is all to come, but first, let's get the ball rolling with the brilliant Lou Rawls, and this is Scotch and Soda.